This is Jesus talking. Nothing outside a person can defile them by going into them. Rather, it is what comes out of a person that defiles them. Wow. This is something I believe and I knew, but then to see it the way Jesus communicated it to his disciples was so powerful.
Nothing.
Nothing from outside a person. I don't care what another person says. I don't care what culture says. I don't care even what my little thoughts that are coming to me can defile them by going into them. Rather, it is what comes out of a person that defiles them.
Yes. That first part makes me think about a declaration. We can declare that. That's part of overcoming. Like we can just own it.
You can believe
To
something,
declare.
but there is a power in declaring it, publicly
Yes.
declaring it.
What I think about, like if there's anything outside of us, like something unholy or negative or a temptation or whatever it is, like you treat that as sort of like, aha, it's a challenge. Like so there's an internal process. Remember you described what you did, and I thought it was so cool because it kind of made it fun in a way. Like
Yes.
rather than bringing you down, you're like, aha, I'm going to do something here about this, right?
Yes, because we have the ultimate guide, the Holy Spirit in us. If something is amiss, if something, doesn't seem right, doesn't feel right, I don't think it's right, chances are that's the Holy Spirit getting our attention. So to your point, that's where it
Yes.
gets exciting. It's like, oh, what am I supposed to learn from this?
That happens, like it could be in a nanosecond in your mind. What you're describing here, or what from this verse, is almost like another part of that process. Then you can declare it.
And get this. So after he shared this, his disciples, after they got alone, he's like, dude, what did that mean? What did you mean by that? He's like, oh, okay. Verse 19,
Yeah.
he goes on, for it goes into their stomach and out of the body. And he also used that to share with them. He declared all foods are clean. Because remember, back in those days, you shouldn't eat certain foods because some foods weren't. But he's saying, look, everything that you take in, here's the brilliance, goes into your stomach, which goes out from the body. So then they figured it out. Oh, so whatever I take in from culture, from the Pharisees, from Satan, whatever I take in, take it into my stomach. Don't take it into my heart. Take it into my stomach, because then it can pass through the body.
So you're not stuck in it. You don't absorb it. You let it move through.
You just think about, like, even with your foods, when you consume something, your food is going to get rid of the waste, right? Your body will get rid of the waste from the food. It's going to retain the nutrients and things that it needs. So that's what I see that's what this spoke to me. These two verses together is okay. And that's part of community too. Take it in. That's why we can't be afraid to be out in the world. We can't be like, oh, I'd be scared to go to this place, or, oh, there's a lot of this going on. No, we can take it in, use our discernment, and the stuff that is going to serve us, fine. We'll take that in, and then that will come out of us, the good stuff. But the other stuff, just take it in and let it pass right through. Just let it pass through.
Let it pass. Let it pass through. We can be in the world, but not of it.
Boom. That's it.
Yes.
We should, to your point, because I talked to some people who are followers of Jesus, or they call themselves Christian, and they're like, well, I don't know if I should do that, or I don't know if I should be around those kind of people. And I'm like, dude, you got Jesus, you got the Holy Spirit, you got the courage and the power of Jesus. You don't have to be afraid of anything. If you really, really, really are resting in total surrender in the power of Jesus, and to be Christ-like, and to let Jesus rule my life, be the leader of my life, then be courageous. Let's err on the courageous side of Jesus. Let's not go on that timid side. That's where a lot of religions try to put Jesus and leave him on the cross. And he's this beautiful, he stands there and the birds land on him and he's just so, no, that's fine. But Jesus also goes forward in power.
Yes. And you know what this reminds me of? Just today, I learned that whenever we feel fear, the pH in our body drops. It like has an immediate, that makes me think about taking things in and all that. You literally get sour,
Wow.
acidic. And I'm like, okay, what does that all mean? So like that's literally taking in the world.
That's so good. So he was on heart meds for years, told I would never be off of them. And then I went to a
Hmm.
natural medicine doctor and a follower of Jesus who studied in Denmark for 7 years. One of the first things she said me to do or asked me to do was to start drinking high alkaline water. But it reminded
Uh-huh.
me of what you just said there. And of course, the testimony is I've been off of those prescription meds for now, I think 8 or 9 years, never felt better, back to my high school weight. Everything's been great.
Yes. So that makes me think about, well, the physical, all levels. When you take in the world, then you literally become sour, you become negative, and you let it touch you, right? You let it literally, it touches or you internalize it. Move toward health, not
Mm-hmm.
toward, you can stay stuck. If you're stuck in the world and negativity, you're not moving, static, you're rigid.
Well, then you start thinking about the foods that I'm eating. How am I taking
Yes.
care of my body? How am I taking care of my mind? All these things, because we are perfectly created by
Yes.
God. We are
Yes.
miraculously and wonderfully made, and it's all on purpose. So then it got me thinking about exactly. So why wouldn't I search for all of those things that are there in plain sight to allow my body to be in harmony with the way God
Yes.
created me to be.
And isn't that ultimately you surrender, you
Yes,
give up?
that's what it always comes back to is surrender.
Mm.
Because Satan wants us to think like we've got some semblance of control over anything. He'll grasp at anything. Oh, I
Hmm.
don't think he's got some control over this. Just anything. And that's where
Hmm.
he'll slowly worm his way in and get you going the wrong way.
That's
So
powerful because of how everything relates. It all connects. It being in the world and not of it.
yes. Subscribe with the notification bell to receive regular updates. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button to see more like it. Comment down below. This can be with questions or answers to a question you ask. And we will see you next time on the journey from isolation to community, where the next step beyond is freedom.